Hey y'all, welcome to Cass County today. You don't know this lady, but you do know that man. You all know David Cockrell. He's been here so much, he's fixing to take over the job of hosting, I guess, because he's here a lot. Do you want the job, David?
I do not.
Oh, come on. You got lots of spare time.
I just can't measure up to your high level.
Well, that's it. That's it. Yeah, he's smoothing it on, isn't he? Well, anyways, we're here today to introduce you to this new lady, which I'm going to let him do in a second, but also to tell you a lot of what's going on around town. I guess you've been seeing all the changes and the new stuff, and it's exciting. We've been waiting for years for some of this to happen. So, this is your new secretary.
The new city secretary.
City secretary.
The new city secretary. City secretary is a department head position with the city. Keeps all the records. Handles all the elections.
Bless your heart.
Yeah, I know.
There's all the certificates, the birth certificates, the death certificate. Very important job. Miss Janice Elliott retired recently.
She did. Yeah.
And so we did a pretty comprehensive search, and so I want to introduce the community and you, Sherry, to our new city secretary, Danica Porter.
Danica Porter, welcome to Atlanta.
Thank you.
Where did you come from?
I came from Texarkana.
Oh, you didn't drive far then?
No, 20-minute drive. I live in Nash,
okay.
And I worked at Texas A&M, and I left Texas A&M to come here.
Did you?
I did.
And so you've studied and gone to school, and this is what you
I'm
wanted?
actually still in school.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, bless your heart, she's
student.
working in school. So, what's the best part about being a city secretary in a small little tiny town like ours?
Oh, I like meeting all the new people. Every day there's different people walking in and out, so I love to interact with them.
See, now I would enjoy that too. Of course, your boss is the greatest, right?
He is.
Yeah.
He is.
Well, okay, what's the biggest challenge that you've had so far?
So far, I would say the biggest challenge in that position is trying to get everything automated. It's like a lot of paperwork coming in that office, so I'm trying to make it a little bit easier to get everything automated. And just learning the job, it's a challenge, but I always welcome a challenge, so that's what I'm trying to do.
Well, tell us about the automation. Like, you're going from, are you trying to go paperless on the death certificates, birth certificates, that kind of thing?
If we're not able to go paperless, at least try to limit some of the paper, because there's a lot of paperwork in that office.
Yeah.
So that's what we're trying to do, is trying to get it condensed to where everything is computerized.
Well, that's a good idea. Is it taking you a while?
Yeah. I
would think years. Yeah. But I'm sure they have software, things like that. You just have to plug it in, right?
Yes. Well, that's what we're working on getting.
Do you have help, or are you the only one doing it?
No, I mean, there's a few ladies in the office that will help, but I'm trying to work on it on my own so I can learn it first, and then I'll try to spread it out.
Well, that's a job.
Yeah.
It's not easy to teach old dogs new tricks sometimes, but we sure like learning them.
And basically, you know, Danica is the first point of contact, basically, for a lot of things. For example, maybe you could. Well, for example, Walmart's getting a big makeover, Danica. Why don't you talk about that?
Yes, Walmart is going through a remodeling phase as we speak. Right yesterday, they came into the sign permit. They're also working on remodeling the inside, so it'll be a lot easier and a lot more comfortable there at Walmart when you go in and shop. Because even when I go into Walmart, it's like, okay, I can't find anything. So they're trying to make it a lot easier.
It is. I thought I was the only one really truly that thought, why do they keep moving this daggum stuff?
Yeah.
But okay, it's making sense.
Yes.
Wonder to what extent they're going to get new floors, new signage and everything,
ceilings,
new colors,
lights, new colors also. Just a lot of different things going on there.
That's exciting. And you know, McDonald's is getting a makeover.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Well, I only know that because when I drove through the drive-thru, I saw the dumpster that said, "Don't put your stuff in here unless you're authorized," and that generally means makeover. Yeah, that's great. That's two little things there.
Yes.
Well, what else you got to tell us about?
We got the subway coming up. It's locally on. They should be open here, I'll say, within the next week or so. There's some things they're still trying to work out, so that's coming along good. Also, Luigi's just opened. They had a great. They're having a great start there, and also the food is wonderful.
It is good, isn't it?
Yeah.
I've eaten there several times. Actually, we went down there the first day, the grand opening day. We had lunch there, and you know, it was fast.
Yeah.
I mean, you expect a grand opening and it work out the kinks, but it wasn't that way with our service. It was quick.
It was.
Now, haven't been at night. Have y'all been at night?
No, we haven't been at night, but I think we have a meeting there on the 15th of this month. It's going to be at night, so we're going to try it at night.
Yeah.
So
Have you been at night?
I have.
Same people, or do you know? I mean, do they have two different staffs, you think?
No, well, they turn over some staff, but but since they've opened, the owners that we've worked with all along have really been hands-on and have been there long days and nights.
Yeah. I think that'll make a difference, too, in the quality of the service and the quality of the food and everything when the owner's there.
Yeah,
Right.
and in fact, the meeting that she's referring to is a new organization, the Young Professionals.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. YPN.
Yeah.
Yes. I've seen and heard of that. Lisa Porterfield Thompson has told us a little bit about that. So
Yes.
that's exciting.
Yes.
We'll go back to Subway. Earlier, when you were here a couple months ago, David had said they were waiting on equipment to
They are.
open, and so they've got all that in now.
They do.
Hot dog.
They do.
Man, I've been looking forward to that.
Right. It's well, and even one of the more exciting things about all these restaurants that are in downtown, none of them are chains. It's all basically locally owned. These are all the trick is these are all new jobs. This is new money
Hot dog.
into the community, new tax money into the community, but more opportunity for the community in the form of jobs, increased payrolls.
We were downtown a couple of nights ago, just passing through, just driving through, and there is a lot of traffic.
Yeah,
That's nice.
that's one of the unknowns, or one of the best selling points when we work with people, is to take them to the corner of William and Main and just look at the cars coming through that four-way intersection there at Wells Fargo. There's if you were to drive down there now, you'll see a demolished building.
Yeah.
But we have big plans for that, as you may know. And we just received authorization yesterday to construct, and I think a pocket park. It's what we have been calling it, but I think that myself and David Graham yesterday decided we're going to change that, because that doesn't really fairly describe what is going to be going on down there.
Okay.
It is not intended to be a park for recreation or anything like that. What this is going to be, I think more appropriate, would be a downtown plaza.
Oh, I like that.
It is going to, as you see it now, you see just a bunch of dirt. We're going to finish tearing out that front, and we'll put architectural beams
I wondered about
on
that.
intervals back in there. Those beams will also be lit. So they will not be up and down beams of a horizontal.
Yeah, but there'll be support to those side buildings,
they
right?
will, yes. It will keep those two
Yes.
buildings supported. Every 15 to 20 feet there will be beams. The beams will be lit. We've seen the landscaping plan. So inside there will be some trees that will be lit. There will be some planting beds.
Oh, great.
And there will be a small stage. And it will be a place for some downtown functions. We also have I'm not going to get into it too much today, but we have a letter of commitment there at the Kennedy building for another third restaurant that would be able to serve, cut a side entrance
Awesome,
and serve for outside dining there. It's also a good place. Now, I think too, I can tell you that the Uncle Juan's across the street, they have bought not only their building but the one next to it for an expansion. Yeah, their business is doing really good.
That's awesome. That's great for them. Uncle Juan's is good food too.
Yeah. So this plaza, this downtown plaza, will have several colors of pavers, and again, we'll have some good lightscaping, landscaping, and it'll really be attractive. It will be an enhancement to downtown. Downtown's fixing to look even prettier.
Yes. Yeah. When do you think you'll know for sure about this restaurant possibly coming to Kennedy's? Next few months?
We've already written a grant to loan them some money, just like we did the Luigi's restaurant.
Yes. Awesome.
Right.
So we may have that in the next few months then.
Well, it'll be a later on this year project.
Still, it's coming. That's good news, isn't it?
Yeah, well, and it's not a for certain. Nothing's ever for certain in this business.
That's true.
Until the day they open the doors.
Yeah. But at least it's a prospect.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another thing I could tell you a little
Give
bit
us some.
about is,
Scoop us.
you know, up there at the Louise Street Park,
Yes.
we put in around $100,000 worth of improvements up there for the new park.
You told us about that the last time.
Right. Well, that's all
It
in
looks
there,
great.
and of course that's been covered up
Yeah.
with kids.
Oh, it has.
We've upgraded some of our portable restroom facilities out there. I made those look a lot nicer. But
Good.
one of the things that we heard from many of the mothers up there is that the 2 to 5 year olds didn't have that equipment really was a little bit too big for them.
Mm-hmm.
So just yesterday, we received approval and authorization we bought a miniature version of what we have for the 2 to 5 year olds. And we're going to connect it to that. So it's going to really look good. We're looking to put that in the first week of April.
Oh, that's fast.
Yeah.
It's just a month away.
We get a move on.
We do get a move on. I have a 2-year-old grandson. We've taken him up there several times, and he loves it.
Yeah.
Now, of course, he's pretty wild. You know, he's a boy, so
Right.
he didn't care that it wasn't age appropriate for him. But that'll be really good for him.
Right.
And it was every time we've been, it has been covered up. Even when it was cold, people were still there.
Yeah.
So that's a good sign, and it's beautiful up there.
And I think you had some Facebook questions
Yes,
for us.
we do. Facebook questions. We do. Okay.
I'm gonna let her take the first question on Facebook.
Okay, I'm going to give you the
Okay.
easy one then.
Yeah, give me the.
Is there a Burger King coming to Atlanta?
No, not right now. Nothing's in the works for Burger King. Hopefully in the near future, but as of now, no Burger King.
Okay, so she quelled that rumor. No Burger King coming soon. Next question from
And
Facebook.
you know, and I have to tell you on that, that's not to say something that
Might
we're
not.
not aware of could be going. We're not, as many people think, we're the first to know, and that's we're the first to know officially, and we don't know anything until an engineer walks in and asks for
Yes.
our ordinances on renovations, and that's where. I'm the second to know. She's the first to know at City
Top
Hall,
dog.
and I'm the second to know at City Hall, and that's if she decides.
If she
to
tells
tell
you.
me.
Well, you know, back up a second to the Burger King. I hated to see that Wendy's closed. I hate that so bad. I really did like their chicken salad. You know, the salad with the chicken in it.
Yes.
That was so good. That
The
makes me
grilled
mad. But
Well, yeah, you know that happens.
It does.
And without, you know, I don't want to sound callous at all because I don't mean it to be, but we want all of our businesses to be healthy.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yes, we do.
There's no reason to operate a business at a loss.
Mm-hmm. No.
And so if the market is not supporting one, that can be healthy over time. Now, we don't want a bunch of buildings sitting vacant, and I really don't think this one will sit vacant.
I don't think
for
so
very
either.
long. There'll be a lot of people out working
Yeah.
on this project.
yeah,
So I have a feeling something good will
I
happen.
hope it comes quick. Okay, next Facebook questions from our loyal Facebook fans. What about this new, we're calling it the Plaza now. Will there be a butterfly park at the Plaza?
The butterfly part?
We need a group for that, don't we?
Yes.
Okay, there was a question posed on Facebook. Will there be a butterfly park? And that just means a place for butterflies to gather. Will it be a butterfly?
It will not be
Okay.
a butterfly park anywhere downtown. Butterflies don't like downtown.
They do like flowers, but we're not having one.
We want country butterflies, not city butterflies.
City butterfly.
Right.
Okay, so there you go.
There's some talk about a nature park
Wonderful.
down, and one of the things, and this is in our long-range park plan.
Okay.
And this may be where this question has come from, because it is actually a very good question. We do have an intention into the future at the big city park. We have a nature trail down there, and for those of you watching this, if you haven't taken advantage of going up to the Sportsplex Park, parking along one of the turnouts, and getting in and taking there's a good 2-mile hike down there. It's beautiful. It's down to nature, and what we're looking at doing is through a grant program, we're looking at putting in a type of a nature trail through there, where there would be stops along the way,
yeah.
where there would be little interesting facts about nature and some of the things that you have seen and are seeing along the way. And we've seen some of the component equipments. If the state of Texas has stone cold stopped park grants.
Cutbacks, I guess.
They have cut back staff,
Yeah.
and they have cut back all grants for parks. So we had a major grant application written and ready to go, but there is no there simply is no money.
Right.
And I think we can understand that.
Sure.
Education, and with all the cutbacks they've had to do, that probably does take priority over
Well,
this.
yeah.
So we in Atlanta, we've stepped out though, and we've not waited for them to do the money. This other small park equipment extension that I've talked about for the 2 to 5 year olds, that was another $20,000. So we've put in $120,000 of economic development money. But that's the reason we get that, and the people we get that from are really the people of this county who come and support local Atlanta business. Because when you shop at Walmart and you buy something other than food, or when you shop for clothes here in town, 2% of that money comes to Atlanta. One of those pennies is used for economic development.
And you don't think that's a lot until it adds up.
It does add up.
And you're able to put in $120,000 worth of playground equipment for the children of the
Yeah,
area.
in fact, that's another one of the many jobs. Then, Dan, you might talk about some of our sales tax revenues that come in. And what
give
happens
us a
with
hit on that.
Yes, just here lately, our sales tax revenues increased by 1%. So that's just more money just going into the city. So,
All right.
I think the last check that she received was for about $170,000, basically.
$176,000.
Wow.
Right, that's for 1 month.
That's awesome.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
Yes.
really good.
Yes.
And so what she does when she gets it, she cuts 2 separate checks for 2 different economic development boards to use to promote. And there's another thing, Sherry, going on out at there, our industrial park, very close to breaking ground out there on the guard line building.
Awesome.
And that'll be a really big addition out
Yes.
there. It'll be good to see, 100 cars a day going in and out of there, and we think that'll help us.
It'll help everybody. It'll just help the morale, if nothing else. Yeah. Okay, well, let's see if we've got anything else. Well, we talked about the city park, the new equipment there for the kids. We talked about and quell the rumor of the Burger King. No butterfly park. Sorry, guys. We did the online. Is there anything else you could scoop us on, David or Danica?
No, I don't think I have any more scoops. And the reason is this is the time of year that people don't, there's not a lot going on in the winter. People make their plans, their construction plans, to start coming around in the spring. So typically this is kind of a slow season for us. This is the season that we do a lot of other things. We're doing some automation up at City Hall. That's kind of an internal process, though. We're all going to the same software suite, Office 2010, and kind of doing some upgrades along those lines. But we're excited. I did want to say one thing. I will say this. We had had a really tough financial condition over these past 2 years. This, between the loss of the sawmill,
that hurt.
The recession,
Yeah.
and those type of things, we had to really tighten our belts. We had to make some really tough decisions.
Yeah.
We had to reduce our employees pretty drastically.
Yeah.
But we're seeing now that we are now operating at a surplus. So we've just in our last audit report, we had lost money. I mean, we had spent more money than we had taken in.
Yeah.
Well, you can't do that.
Not for very long.
You
Yeah.
can't do it. Yeah, can't do it at your home
No.
in a year, and you can't do it at a city.
No, you can't.
And so, but now this most recent audit report that is going to be presented to the city council Monday night shows that we operated at a surplus. So we've turned the ship around.
Good.
And really, that's about, I think, all we have today.
Well, you covered a lot of ground, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we've got I'm really proud of Danica here. She's going to be a long time manager at the city, and she's been a good hire.
Well, if you stay
Thank
as long
you.
as Janice did, you'll be here a long time.
I will.
You will.
I will.
Are you planning to move to Atlanta, or you going to stay in Texarkana?
Thinking about it. You know, there's still some things I have to work out in Texarkana, but I'm thinking.
Are you
about
married?
It. Yes, married with
Children?
2 kids.
Oh, great, 2 kids. Well,
She's got a full plate, full-time job,
Yes.
full-time student, and full-time mom.
yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, well, you're young. Enjoy that energy while it lasts. Seems to fade once you hit about 70, I hear. Not that I know that personally yet. All right, well, you're up to date. We appreciate you, David and Danica, stopping by.
you.
Got more news next time? Stop in again. We'd love to hear it. Next time, maybe we can give you some more information about new restaurants coming.
There we go.
Maybe. Okay, well, until next time, be safe and enjoy this beautiful weather outside.